Welcome back to The Explainer. Okay, today we are diving into a truly fascinating advancement in enterprise tech. We're going to explore how Buddhi Labs is solving literally one of the most massive storage challenges in AI today with their Buddhi knowledge base. Because look, if you've been working with large language models, you already know that making them smart on your specific company data takes a staggering amount of storage and computing power. Well, today we're unpacking how this new proprietary technology is totally rethinking that architecture from the ground up, making AI memory incredibly efficient and, frankly, incredibly fast. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. First, the RAG Footprint Challenge. 2. Introducing Buddhi Knowledge Base. 3. Proprietary Manifold Mapping. 4. Enterprise Speed and Capabilities. 5. Scalable Storage Plans. And 6. Ready for Implementation.
Section 1. The RAG Footprint Challenge.
Now, to really frame this, I want you to ask yourself a question. How on earth do you manage thousands of enterprise documents without massive vector storage? It's a huge pain point, right? When companies try to set up retrieval augmented generation, those RAG pipelines we hear so much about, to make their AI useful, they usually have to convert all their internal policies, legal files, SOPs, all of it into massive, bulky vector databases. And as those documents scale up into the thousands, or even millions, the storage requirements and the cost just completely skyrocket. The whole infrastructure becomes incredibly heavy just to give the AI basic context. Traditionally, we call this the Database Footprint Challenge. You need vast amounts of bulky infrastructure just to handle traditional large-scale vector storage. But compare that to what we're looking at today, high-ratio storage efficiency. The goal here is to capture the exact same semantic meaning, so you get perfect AI context, but in significantly less space. It's like packing a giant suitcase into a backpack without leaving anything behind. This fundamentally changes the economics and the sheer speed of enterprise AI. Section 2. Introducing Buddhi Knowledge Base.
So this is where Buddhi Knowledge Base steps in. It's explicitly designed for platforms that manage a massive volume of documents, but absolutely cannot compromise on accuracy. It thrives in 3 main areas. First, enterprise knowledge systems. Think of all your internal policies, compliance docs, things like that. Second, document-heavy platforms. We're talking legal, healthcare, finance. In those fields, missing a single document could be a disaster, right? They need absolute recall and highly reliable agent responses. And third, multi-domain collections. This lets systems organize knowledge logically by domain, so your AI agents can attach highly specific, relevant context on the fly.
So the crucial point here, and this is absolutely vital to understand, is that Buddhi Knowledge Base gives you semantic search across millions of compressed documents with zero traditional large-scale vector storage required. None. It fundamentally replaces those bulky databases. By totally stripping away the need for that massive infrastructure footprint, it lets enterprises scale their AI memory efficiently and economically without sacrificing an ounce of intelligence.
Which brings us to Section 3, Proprietary Manifold Mapping.
This is the deep tech dive right here. It all comes down to their proprietary core technology called manifold pattern mapping. This method was designed specifically to go beyond your standard embeddings, because, standard embeddings can be incredibly resource intensive. Manifold mapping, on the other hand, enables high-ratio document compression while strictly maintaining semantic integrity. What does that actually mean for you? It means the system shrinks the data footprint massively, but doesn't lose the true meaning, the context, or the nuance of your original documents.
Let's actually walk through the ingestion logic step by step so you can see how this works. Step 1 is rapid ingestion. You can just bulk import PDFs or raw text directly in. Step 2 is where the magic really happens. The system runs automated pattern extraction and generates pattern-based signatures. It's essentially pulling out the core semantic patterns of your text. And finally, Step 3, it stores these as compact semantic representations rather than massive, sprawling vector maps. This streamlined pipeline is exactly what guarantees both high storage efficiency and lightning-fast retrieval.
Section 4. Enterprise Speed and Capabilities. Okay, pause for a second and just look at this metric, sub-10 millisecond query latency for semantic retrieval. That is a total game changer. In high-stakes RAG pipelines, speed is literally everything. If your AI agent takes 5 seconds to fetch internal knowledge before it even starts typing a response, the user experience just completely breaks down. With sub-10 millisecond latency, retrieval happens almost instantaneously across millions of compressed documents. That's a true enterprise-scale benchmark.
And this brilliantly illustrates that it's not just about raw speed. You are getting a fully featured AI memory system. You've got optimized ingestion pipelines and domain-specific clustering, which means you can safely isolate HR documents from technical or finance ones. It also has complete audit trails for tracking knowledge access, absolutely crucial for enterprise security. Plus, it's fully interoperable with leading foundation models and features direct knowledge base attachment for Buddhi agents, instantly grounding their responses.
Best of all, this speed and security are production live right now. Buddy Labs gives enterprise architects some highly flexible deployment options. You can use their cloud API for quick, scalable access, or if your data privacy rules are super strict, you can deploy completely on-premise using Docker. And no matter which path you choose, both are fully backed by a robust Python SDK that handles synchronous and asynchronous operations.
Section 5. Scalable Storage Plans.
Now, practically speaking, the platform is incredibly accessible. You don't have to just blindly overhaul your entire infrastructure. You can start right now with the starter tier. It's an evaluation plan that lets you use up to about 50 documents and one logical collection, entirely for free. When you're ready for the real deal, the professional tier handles around 5,000 documents with multi-collection support. Scaling up, the business tier covers about 50,000 documents with unlimited collections, and finally, the enterprise tier unlocks unlimited capacity, custom SLAs, white label readiness, and those all-important on-premise deployment options for total data sovereignty.
And finally, Section 6. Ready for implementation.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to emphasize that Buddhi Knowledge Base is part of a broader AI decision infrastructure platform built entirely by Buddhi Labs. That underlying manifold pattern mapping, it's completely proprietary. That gives CTOs and developers access to a really unique architectural advantage over just using standard embeddings. It's not just theory, it's production live and ready for immediate demo and integration right into your existing systems.
Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this truly transformative technology. Seriously, if your team is currently dealing with the database footprint challenge, I highly encourage you to check this out for yourself. You can actually start your free evaluation today over at BootyEngine.com. You don't even need a credit card to spin up your first logical collection and test that crazy sub-10 millisecond retrieval speed.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought to mull over for your own enterprise architecture. Look at the thousands or maybe millions of documents scattered across your organization. Look at the massive vector databases you might be wrestling with right now. Is it time to reshape your AI memory? Keep learning, keep building, and I will see you in the next explainer.